It's never made a lot of sense to me. But one thing's for sure, is it works.
Just as the sun was starting to set, the carp started to put on a show just a little further out from where my rods were positioned. They were showing like dolphins, one after the other. It looked like they were feeding on a hatch. I had to get a zig out there to see if I could intercept one.
Now there's clearly lots of fish out in front of me at the moment and they all look like they're really close to the surface, but they're the ones I can see. There could quite easily be a few more underneath, so rather than putting all of my eggs in one basket and having two zigs at exactly the same height, I'm going to go one at 10 foot, which I know is going to put my bait just 6 inches under. Then I'm going to have an 8-foot zig out there as well, so I'll be sort of 2.5 foot under the surface, and I'm pretty sure that between them a bite is there to be had. Had a single bleep on the 10-foot zig. Now when you fish zig rigs, because you've got such a long hook link up in the water, and obviously your lead is 10 foot below it, the bites can often be a single bleep. So sometimes you might not look at a single bleep that you get. When it's on a zig, it's always worth investigating. And just as I looked at it, I just saw the bobbin inch up by, half a centimetre. And you know that's all it takes, fish on. And the great thing is with the ready tied zigs, they come with 3 little foam sections, which are the perfect hook bait. So I have given these fish in here a beautiful buffet of food out there, and what have they eaten? A bit of yellow foam up in the water. It's never made a lot of sense to me. But one thing's for sure, is it works. Now like I've mentioned the whole way through this, it's this last bit where accidents can happen, and when I've got such a small hook, I've got to be so careful. Now normally when I'm fishing a zig this high up in the water, I'd like to drop the lead. But I've just went with the normal lead clip for this one. And it's designed to drop the lead if it goes through lots and lots of weed. And in the event of you sort of breaking your main line. So I've got to try and land a fish with 4 ounces of lead hanging up in the air and 10 foot of line and a little hook. Wish me luck. As you can see what I'm doing, I'm keeping the rod tip down because I'm trying to keep the lead in the water for as long as possible. When it's swinging in the water, the pressure it's putting on the hook hold is nowhere near as great as it's got to be when I land the fish. So I think it's time to try and take the plunge, go to him a bit, keep him up a bit. Yes! Do you know what? I do not care how big that is. It looks pretty good. That fish means the most out of this whole trip. It's come from making a really quick tweak. After seeing some fish showing, I thought the chance was gone. And I've got one. It ain't a bad fish. Get in! Yes! Yes!